Please click the subscribe button and the notification icon. It will help us a lot.
Well, again, going back, that was one of the most interesting questions. I think it's like what things that you didn't expect and didn't happen. Well, one of the things that happened to me here is that I mean, I love living in Los Angeles and I love working in the industry. But one of the things that happens is that you kind of become too comfortable with like your daily life, right? So it's like, oh, I go to work and I work with my animation and I go back home and then you start getting like at some point like, oh, I need something to say, and then you look back and it's like, well, I haven't done anything except working on animation. So it becomes the only things I have to say about the world are about my job in animation, which is not that interesting, to be honest. Like, I just come here and sit and draw crazy stuff, but that's not anything to tell. And I do feel that that is one risk that one has when you, as an artist, you know, like if your expectation is to use your art to tell stuff, that's one of the things that basically becomes at risk when you get too comfortable. So you always have to like, you don't have to put yourself at risk, like physical risk, but you should try to like, you know, put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Like try to go to things that you don't usually go to. Try to do things that if you don't like running, try to go running. If you hate yoga, try to do yoga once. Like just so those emotions become something that you can put. Like if you feel embarrassed, then just later you can make a film that feels true about embarrassment. You know, so that's those things. And it's the same with like if you want to see what the world is out there, like not just like your comfortable life, then there's always examples outside. You know. The film that I made for my graduation was about the homeless people in Los Angeles, because one of the biggest shocks that I had was I came from a country with a big problem of like homeless people, mostly for drugs and like years of colonialism. Like I don't know, I mean, you must understand from like it's a very Latin American problem, and I moved to Los Angeles. You know, it's like this like Hollywood. And then all of a sudden you see incredible like heartbreaking images of homeless people here, and I just couldn't get over it. And this was just inspired by getting off school, in which I was all day secluded in my cubicle working, but I had to go home and I didn't have a car, so I had to like walk back from my school to the train, from the train station to my house late in the night. And I would just see like these images, and those were like so shocking to me that I had to make a film about it, because there's like the fear that I sensed of like just walking in the middle of the night, knowing that probably nothing was going to happen to me, but you know, like that like fear of walking, the lights kind of like shimmering, the fog. I was like, my God, this is so specific. And then I tried to tie like a social message with it, because it still made me kind of like ashamed of, as a human, to be witnessing this kind of thing. Like I am a person who is not from this country, yet I'm going to my house, walking by these people that are probably from this country but don't have a home, right? So that's how I started making that film. And it didn't require me to go to like the Himalayas, you know, like it was just like on my walk back to my house. So I feel like if you pay enough attention, you might find like a very complex um, experiences that you can tell as an artist.